Hockey season starts today. 3 games. We're going to tell you how to make money in each and every one of them. Joe's going to tell you how to make money in the baseball playoffs. We got some NFL bets, some college football bets, our parlay of the day, and of course, we'll get a sportsbook update from the great Art DiCesare. You're watching the best betting show ever. It's where our safe word is prevent. Joe Raineri, everyone. Art DiCesare. How are you guys?
Great.
Joe?
Great.
So, highlight of yesterday's show, in case anybody has missed it, somebody put up a dating profile for Joe. His girlfriend saw it. Didn't realize you were still out on the marketplace, Joe.
Apparently not. No. So I've gotten, I've been basically threatened to get snipped, cut, get Sanchez, I guess is a thing now. I get shanked. Yes, I could get Sanchez now at any moment, all because of Prez. But again, kudos and bravo to, what was it, Matt Barley or someone, whoever came up with the profile was the internet always wins. That was fantastic.
Let's get straight into it, guys. We got a big show today, Sportsbook update. Art, let's go there first. It's Tuesday. We don't have you on our Monday show. How did the books do? College football, NFL over the past weekend.
College football was another good weekend for us. Not as good as the previous weekend, which was our best weekend or our best day in football so far, whether it be a Saturday or a Sunday, talking about last Saturday. But this past Saturday was another positive outcome for the sportsbook. Sunday, not so much. I'll tell you what, we really got hammered on that Raiders game. We needed the Raiders in the worst way. It felt like the Colts were tied to every teaser and every money line parlay, and it was a pretty big decision on the side. We came back up a little bit on Sunday night with New England, winning outright and doing what they did, but it was a little bit of a profit on Sunday. Saturday, though, we've been rolling in college football.
All right, well, 2 questions, Art. Number one, Penn State coming to the rescue again for the books, huh? And what was the mood like the minute Arizona crapped themselves and what was it? 2/3 of the survivor pool just went poof, just like that, huh?
Well, yeah, I mean, when you look at the NFL, right, it was obviously Carnage Sunday, and you basically knocked, I don't know, 40% or half of Survivor out.
Way more.
I mean, yeah, okay, there you go.
If you include 60%. The Rams, the Rams, it's in the 60s.
Yeah, there you go.
Art, I'm out of Survivor. I had Buffalo, and I got to tell you, bro.
Oh, I forgot about them.
I'm thrilled.
I'm thrilled.
Did we, Art, or did we not say last week, we warned everyone and said, this has got carnage written all over it, this schedule and these lines, none of it made any sense. And well, there you go. That's what you got.
But the great thing for me, Art, is that, Joe, you had a winning week in NFL for your clients. And, I had a winning, I lost slightly on Thursday, but I had a winning Sunday and I had a winning Monday for my clients. So from my perspective, I don't care about Survivor. Who cares? Honestly, I care about my clients. And I escaped. As far as I'm concerned, you and I escaped. We did not lose money for our clients. We kept our record going. It was a horrible weekend. We move on. So shall we, Art?
Yeah, Survivor's supposed to just be fun. That's all.
Right.
Have some
fun. Nothing fun about it, dude. I was screaming and yelling like a total freaking lunatic. I thought
you didn't care. I thought you didn't care.
I know.
Oh, now you care.
I cared until I was out.
Yes, of course you do. Yes, of course.
But now I realize that the caring was futile, so I'm happy I don't have to care anymore. There you go. Art DiCesare, Rams, Ravens, Niners, Bucks, Titans, Raiders. These are the 3 games you've chosen to discuss today. Where is the money coming on those 3?
Yeah, the Rams and Raven game is absolutely fascinating. This is, if all teams were healthy and we were going in just a normal slate, this would probably be Ravens 6.5 or 7. Now you're looking at the Rams open as a 7-point favorite. On the road, now is a 7.5-point favorite. I mean, I don't know. Did the Ravens quit on their season last week? It's unbelievable. I know we all liked the Ravens this past week. I feel like I like them again. It just feels like That is such a big number for the Rams to be laying. I'm sure they're going to go score 1 million points and the Ravens season is over. But I think it's going to be fascinating to see how they bet it. They already have bet it from 7 to 7.5. But will there be buyback on the Ravens this week? Have not seen that yet. Niners at Bucks. Obviously, the Bucks keep escaping. They keep winning these games. I don't think people realize how good they are, and they're still dealing with injuries. Look ahead line on this was Tampa -1.5. It's now Tampa. We reopened 2.5. Took sharp money there, so we're now Tampa -3 on the game. And the Raiders, what a putrid performance by them.
Cool.
Titans get their first win. Raiders are at home, 4.5-point favorites against the Titans. That was as high as 6. They bought in on Tennessee. Not shocking with how bad the Raiders look. You're not going to want to lay a big number with the Raiders, so the money has poured in early on Tennessee.
Kind of crazy, Art. The love the Raiders got. You needed them in a big way, and it was the love they kept getting throughout the week is like, now Gino's colorblind, and now you all figured it out because he doesn't know who to throw the ball to. What about college football here? Week 7, a lot of big games here, but I believe Clemson finally found a team they could beat last week. So are they heading in the right direction?
Well, they're back on Clemson. We had Clemson. We opened them 13 at BC. We're now up to 14. BC last week looked like they've never played offense before. I mean, they were awful in that game. It was just, and I get it. They're dealing with stuff, backups, all, but man, they were putrid in that game. And I think there was so much love, and we all liked Clemson early in the year, and now people have jumped off of them. Now they're going to jump back on them. That's why you've seen a move there. This is an interesting game in the MAC. Toledo goes to Bowling Green. That was under 10. We opened 9.5, all the way up to 11.5. Now we saw 2 separate groups. Lay the 9.5, lay the 10.5. Now we're up to the 11.5 there. And then Iowa State at Colorado. We have not seen a ton of Colorado love this year. There was a little bit, I believe, when they played TCU, a little bit. At home, they've already taken money at 4 and taken money at 3.5. This might be one of those classics, Joe, where we talk about, are they faking the game? Because now it's Iowa State -3. They can get a cheaper price there. They can get a cheaper price on the money line. We have not seen that yet. I don't think we'll get to 2.5 on the game. That would be ridiculous. But I think there is a buy value now at Iowa State at -3.
Art, over 6,000 people viewed our video yesterday on YouTube, the most watched video of the best betting show ever to date. Look, maybe it was the fact that you weren't on the show. I'm not going there, but I will ask you this, Art. Not everyone knows what the hell you're talking about. A fake. Can you please explain?
Yeah, sure. I think this is something Joe's usually on, and obviously I see it being in the back of the risk room and booking these games early in the week when these numbers come out. They come out, Sunday afternoon for college. Sometimes people put them up Monday. We put ours up about midday Sunday. You start to see now you got to remember too, lower limits on the early stuff. So you start to see some of the dime and 2-dime bets trickle in, and that's just because maybe they want to fake a game down to a number. Then when the limits get raised, they can get more down on a better number. You see that a lot, and that could be one of those moves this week with the Iowa State-Colorado game, because the Sharps really have not wanted to play Colorado all year. So them faking that number early at 4 and 3.5 and getting to a key football number of 3 is something to keep your eye on.
Yeah.
Hold on one second, though, Prez. I got to ask you, Art, does South Florida, North Texas get the 70 points?
Man, it could. I'll say this. That's another I'll say this. That's another fascinating game, even from the side, because North Texas and South Florida, that game basically been going back and forth from pick to either team favored by 1. And Sharps like both teams, especially North Texas. They love North Texas. So we'll keep an eye on that total, and that's probably a game we'll talk about later in the week. Definitely keep an eye on the side, because I think they're going to go back and forth on that game.
Yeah. Art DiCesare with us, Joe Raineri. You're watching the best betting show ever. Hit that like button, everybody. Subscribe to our channel, please. Lots of shows still to come. Make sure to comment, if you will. The word of the day, push. It's Joe's safe word, and we're going to use that. The word of the day is push. And if you guys did not hear Joe Raineri's dating profile, go back to yesterday's show. It is at the end. It is epic. Art, you had an NHL question that you, or an NHL thought that you wanted my opinion on. Let's go there, and then we'll get to our parlay of the day.
Yeah, sure. I just want to obviously listen, Prez. I know you're Mr. Hockey, but I'm an East Coast kid who grew up loving hockey. So I'm a big hockey guy as well. I love that the season is back. I just wanted to throw a couple things out with the 3 games and then just throw a couple futures out there that we've seen action on. And then I have a personal future play that I want your opinion on. So Chicago and Florida, listen, that was as high as 340. Then all the injuries happened with Florida. We're now under $3 there, minus 280. They'll lay the goal and a half with Florida, minus 110. Rangers have shot up from minus $2 to minus 220 off our opening number. And Colorado and LA, we're now at a pick. That was, Colorado slightly favored when we originally put the numbers up. So now you've kind of seen a little bit of a shift to the Kings. Nothing sharp or anything, just kind of moving with the market there. Here are a couple of the future things. I'm going to give you one over and one under as far as point totals. They bet the Sabres from 83.5 to 86.5. They bet the Kraken from 79.5 to 77. Those are like 2 of our bigger moves on point totals. Montreal to make the playoffs, yes, as high as plus 125. We're going to close at plus 105. So a lot of love on the Canadiens to make the playoffs. Toronto's been pretty popular too to win the division. Obviously now with Florida being hurt, Tampa's really the only other thing in that division that can win. And here's my play, Prez. I wonder, just kind of get your opinion on it. I took under 78.5 points with Pittsburgh.
Ooh, I said it was Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Okay, let me race through a lot of that stuff. Firstly, as you can see, Joe is already blah, blah, blahing because he's a Florida Panthers. He's a Florida Panthers fan. They have 2 Stanley Cups to Toronto's 11, all in history. History is history.
Going back to 1708. You're
history
right.
is behind us. History is behind us, Joe.
Yes, but the cup remains right here today in Florida.
I would not make the Montreal Canadian bet. It's too close. I would need plus 125. I think with Buffalo and Ottawa and Detroit as up-and-coming teams in that division, I mean, you look at that division, and Tampa Bay can win the whole thing. Florida is amazing, Barkov or not. Toronto, so there's 1, 2, and 3. Now you got Montreal, Ottawa, Buffalo, the Wings. Not enough value on the Montreal bet for me. Buffalo Sabres, I would go over win total. This is a team that's on the rise. They're not going to go anywhere yet, but it's a team that's on the rise. Owen Power should be coming back soon. He's a stud. You had another bet on the over. Which one was it? 80?
No,
Seattle.
We took
the Seattle bet.
Seattle under. We took under.
I like the over in Seattle.
Okay.
I think Seattle is much improved, and they got a really strong all 4 lines. So they might not have the greatness at the front, but I would take over on Seattle.
You like
the
their
bet
depth.
you asked. The bet you asked me about Pittsburgh under. This Pittsburgh team is going to San Jose isn't even in the NHL, so let's just move them aside. Pittsburgh might be the worst team we've seen in years, excluding, of course, San Jose.
Sure.
So I love that Pittsburgh bet. That is for sure, and I think they're going. I have no idea why they're not trading their big guns. And Montreal
that's the thing,
is
right?
waiting for Crosby.
They should do that, and there's incentive this year to get the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Right? That
McKenna.
Kid's really good.
Yeah. And speaking of which, he plays at Penn State with a friend of mine, and we're going to discuss Penn State right now, Art. Right now. We're going to go to Penn State right now because one of our listeners wrote, and I can't find the comment. Who cares? He wants to know, what do we do with Penn State moving forward? We'll go there, and then we'll hit the parlay of the day.
Oh, man, I don't know. It's just, do you believe in Franklin? Do you believe in the quarterback? I know a lot of people are out on both, so Penn State might be pick your spots, but I never loved Allard or Franklin. So now, listen, I didn't expect them to lose to UCLA, but I never thought much of Penn State. But I don't know, maybe it unravels now.
What have they
Joe?
got? What are they playing for, guys? They spent,
Yeah.
That's the problem with the NIL era now, is that they spent millions of dollars to ensure that all those same kids, the core of guys from a year ago, came back this year to make a run at the national championship, and your run is over. Let's be honest. So now that these kids are making this kind of money, Art, what's the motivation? Like, what do I literally give a crap from here on out, knowing the NIL money's already cashed in? What are they playing for, pride? I mean, that's the problem with Franklin. It wouldn't shock me if Franklin and some other teams now all of a sudden begin to lose the locker room. Like, all right, so what are we got to play for here? That's what worries me about Penn State.
Art?
Yeah. Yeah,
I got
agree.
nothing to say about Penn State. I haven't played on them or against them.
You're paying kids 6-7 figures, Prez. What is the motivation if you ain't playing for a national championship now?
I mean, they're going to get action later at night regardless, right?
Correct.
So they got money, they got women. Let's move on to the parlay of the day.
Yes.
Guys, it's our parlay of the day. I ruined our college football parlay on Saturday. Joe ruined our parlay on Sunday.
Correct.
We're now multi-sport, Art. I'm going to start with the over 5.5 in the Colorado LA Kings game. I'll be looking to take the LA Kings to the over a lot this year. This is not your mother's LA Kings team. Art?
I never bet on them, but I don't see them getting swept. I know I got to lay a price, but I think the Yankees. I know. I think they win tonight. Listen, Prez, you're still going to win the series. That Savage kid, that rookie is amazing. God bless you having that kid. Yankees money line, they will win tonight.
Joe?
Kind of hard to argue with truth that he is spewing out there right now with the Yankees. So I am going to follow it up. I'll go with the other baseball game, the one that starts at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And I will back Seattle with Logan Gilbert on the mound to get it done against Detroit and go up 2-1, Prez. So there you got it.
There's our parlay of the day. Guys, it's $5 Tuesday over at WagerTalk. I've got a 4% total in the NFL. I won my 4% total last week. I'm over 62% on the season to start. I also have a hockey play and a baseball play, all $5. Joe, what do you got for the clients for $5? Then we're going to get to fade or not.
Well, Prez, we've got a couple things going on. $5. I do have a best bet Major League Baseball here today for $5. I also have a 5% college football play locked and loaded already. So the opportunity to take advantage of that, get Major League Baseball for free the rest of the way, plus 30 days of college football. Great opportunity to take advantage of that for one low price, Press.
There we go. Art, we're going to do fade or not. We're going to stay in the American Football Conference. Tomorrow we'll do the NFC. We're going to stick to our division leaders, and we're going to go straight to the Buffalo Bills. Now, Art, Buffalo let me down in Survivor. Hindsight, I made a mistake. I can't be picking these division games, but none of that matters moving forward. What matters moving forward is whether we bet on or against Buffalo. They're on the road, -4 against Atlanta. Atlanta is coming off of a bye. Man, I think this line is right where it should be. As far as this game, it's likely a pass. As far as the Bills, I'm looking to bet on them all year long. Art DiCesare.
This week, I would be weary and stay away. Like you said, Atlanta off a bye on the road Monday night. But I think moving forward, Buffalo is still a play. Regardless of if you're going to have to pay a Buffalo tax moving down the road, that was a tough game Sunday night in the division. Buffalo is still one of the top teams.
Joe?
Don't read into the New England game. Buffalo beat itself. That's the bottom line there. They easily, I'll tell you this, Prez, they will continue to be an overplay for me. I think that offense is good. They'll get the defense figured out and get healthier. Milano only played a quarter. Ed Oliver didn't even start in the game. They'll be fine. I'm not looking to fade them anytime soon.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Let's go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. A surprise 3-1, sitting alone at the top of a division that has fallen apart. They're playing Cleveland this week, and I'm telling you now, I am looking to fade Pittsburgh this week, and I'm looking to fade Pittsburgh moving forward. Art?
Yeah, I mean, the division's now there. Two of the teams are just awful, and Cleveland has no offense. But yeah, I'm not in love with Pittsburgh, and I think it's a tough spot this week. I would look to fade Pittsburgh rather than buy in on them.
Joe?
Are you kidding? Do you realize, right? I don't know what or who sucked up from the Steelers to the guys who make the schedule, but they played in Ireland in week 4. They had a bye last week, and now they have to play the Browns, who lost to the Vikings, in London just the last weekend here.
Horrible spot for the Browns.
It's an awful spot for the Browns. Yeah, no, I'm not fading them anywhere near the Browns here this week. No way.
And moving forward?
Listen, moving forward, they're pick your poison. They're the best of the rest, and the rest sucks.
Yeah.
So, they'll win games. They'll continue to win games they probably shouldn't. And next thing you know, Tomlin will have 10 wins, and they'll have the division once again. It's rinse and repeat with them.
I do like the under in that game, even though it is 38.5. Colts and Jaguars, let's do them both together. These are both bet on teams for me, and these are both teams I'm looking to take the over on. I am a little weary about Indianapolis this week because of the way Arizona lost last week. With that said, we're going to find out if Arizona is or isn't this Sunday. And Jacksonville this week, I like at home. So I'm looking to bet on them as well. Go ahead, Art.
Yeah, the Colts have turned me. I said for 5 weeks they weren't good. I think they're good. I think they just win games. The coach is good. The quarterback's figured stuff out. And listen, he's an ex-Giant, so I'm a little bitter. But both teams are kind of, they're play on moving forward. And Jacksonville showed me a lot last night. God bless them winning that game, and that was really good for the book, though.
Joe?
Jacksonville can kiss my you-know-what here. That 500 yards of offense they gave. I don't even know. They should have gotten blown out by double digits. If I was holding a Kansas City ticket last night, I would be extremely pissed because another situation in which, way to go, Kansas City, and beat yourself with your 13 penalties and a pick 6 to a linebacker nobody could catch. I am fading Jacksonville moving forward. 13 turnovers in 5 games. How sustainable is that going to be? Absolutely not. I've been telling you the Colts from day one. I mean, 1 or 2 games with Danny Dimes and we can shrug it off and be like, we're up to 5 games now, guys, and we're seeing it getting better and better and better. So, the Colts, they are the real deal in a not-so-great division that I think they're going to run away with.
Art, Chargers and Broncos, both 3-2. I'm looking right now to, wait on the Chargers. It's a wait and see. And the Broncos, I am loving. They're a bet-on team, and I'm also looking to take them to the over.
Denver, man, they showed us all a lot last week. I'd be a little weary of them now having to go and I know they're playing the Jets, but now they got to go to Europe off that emotional win, lay a big number.
Spot.
It's a horrible spot, but I think moving forward, Denver probably good. The Chargers, they just every week they lose key guys. So until we know what they're going to be or we see what their backups can do, their injuries are killing them. So it'd be a wait and see approach, maybe even a fade down the line with the Chargers if they keep getting more injuries.
Yeah,
there we go.
Can't fade them though, Prez. Can't fade the Chargers against Miami. They have absolutely no defense. So they have enough guys not hurt that the Chargers will win that. And you want to bet the Jets and Broncos, not a fade. They showed us both. All of us, they showed us last week.
Them.
No way. That is and Bo Nix will figure it out on the road. He's already very good at home. Yeah, Denver's definitely bet on.
There we go. And I agree. We all agree. Okay. Awesome segment. Art DiCesare with us tomorrow. We'll do it again. Parlay of the day, sportsbook update. Will fade or not fade NFC. Everything is great. Art, you are awesome. Kick ass. It's Tuesday. You're having the day off. Enjoy. Now get the hell out of here, Art DiCesare.
It's good seeing you, Art.
Yeah. Art DiCesare, everyone. Standing over the great Art DiCesare. Joe Raineri, let's keep this show moving, brother. We got promos to give out. Prez 199, get 30-day all access. My NFL, college football, NHL, and baseball, $199. Use the promo code. Oh, yeah, Joe. That is such a kick-ass picture, dude. Oh, my lordy lord.
Time for some business, Prez. You got the business going here now.
Oh, mother of God, Joe. Okay, brother, what's your promo?
I can't remember at this point. Good Lord. Oh, that is absolutely outstanding here, Prez. No, my promo, you can tell, guys, the opportunity to hop on board for 7 days right now using the code Joe7. You get every one of my plays, including 5% best bets, which is up and locked and loaded for college football right now. $69. Use that code Joe7 at checkout. You get every sport, every best bet, including those 5% plays here for the next 7 days.
Joe, no edit. Let's keep this moving. I got to be on WagerTalk today in 10 minutes.
Go.
NFL best bets. Cue the clock. Okay, brother. I'm looking at the under in this Cleveland-Pittsburgh game. It's 38.5. And, you know, I understand that Pittsburgh is coming off of a bye. I do not buy into this team at all. I think that this team is going to get better and better as the year progresses on defense. Offensively, I think they're going to struggle all season long, and I think we've seen that with Cleveland. This is a team that is going to struggle to put up 17 points. If Pittsburgh wins this game 20-7, Joe, that's under the total. 20-17 is under the total. That's a big ask for both teams, frankly. I don't think either team gets to 20. I think we see like a 17-13 type game, which gives us a full touchdown under the total of 38.5. Cleveland is going to struggle to score. Dillon is going to get run out of town in Pittsburgh, especially with Watt coming at him. I'm looking at the under here, and I would bet it right the hell now, Joe.
Oh, going to get the under in there, Prez. Yeah, I kind of alluded to it, but the Jets suck on so many different levels here. As a matter of fact, I cannot wait to wake up early this Sunday just to watch them get their asses handed to them, as it is from bad to worse here. 29th in effective play per line of scrimmage on defense. They are horrible. They can't stop a nosebleed. And in the meantime, now you've got a Broncos team that's really starting to come into their own. We knew they could play defensively. It was a matter of whether or not Bo Nix could kind of take that next step. We had some questions, but he showed us everything that we needed to know against the Eagles on the road last week. I think they push this Jets team around and get it done. I would lay it with Denver, Prez.
There you go. I don't disagree, Joe, but I am slightly nervous about that play. Let's get to our CFB best bets. And I'm going to Florida State here, Joe. They're minus 10 against Pittsburgh. And look, I get it. They've lost 2 games in a row. They're Virginia and Miami. Pittsburgh is none of that. This Pittsburgh team is coming off of a game which they easily beat a terrible Boston College team, and a Boston College team that really didn't show up defensively. They did it with a backup freshman QB after their starter Eli Holstein stunk to start the season. So they've made a change, and this kid looks like he's the next coming of Dan Marino. Really? That was at home against an awful defense with a few athletes with size and speed. He's now going to see Florida State. Florida State is going to be salty. They're looking forward to taking out some frustration on this Pittsburgh team. I worry about their quarterback. This game has blowout written all over it. I think Florida State is good to take first half and on the game. This is going to be a distance game. Florida State wins by 17-24.
Oh, I kind of like that, Prez. Next coming of Dan Marino, former Pitt quarterback.
Yeah,
well done,
I decided
Prez.
to show my age.
That was impressive there, but they both suck. So we put them together. They couldn't beat Marino. We talked about this game earlier, Prez, with Art. We will keep an eye on it as the week goes out, but I think this is going one place and one place only, and that is one of the most wildest shootouts you will see all college football season long. Give me the over between South Florida and North Texas. Currently sitting 67.5,
Yep.
Prez. This is going to be one of those fun ones. We won't have to wait very long because the game is on Friday. But South Florida and North Texas going to be a wild shootout. Whoever gets the final stop of the game will win it. But by that point, I think we land in the 70s, Prez. I'm on the over.
There we go. Joe, we got a couple of baseball games, one at 4, one at 8. Go Jays. How do we bet them?
All right. So, well, you got the 4 o'clock game between Detroit now going home, knotted up 1 apiece against Seattle. I'm not quite sure why Seattle waited to throw their best right-handed pitcher here in Logan Gilbert until game 3, but here they are. I think maybe they thought this would be the closeout game. And listen, for Detroit, the one bugaboo that they've had is they can't hit power right-handed pitching. They have been absolutely awful. I don't see how that changes in this game here today. Flaherty does have some experience, but he just pitched that final game, that elimination game against the Guardians, and boy, they yanked him rather quickly here. I just can't trust him. I think Seattle, even though they have not been on the road since September 21st, they haven't left the West Coast. I think they have more than enough to get it done in this one. So I am going to back Seattle. And as far as the Yankees go, to me, this is all about the Yankees in the first 5 here. You got Rodon, who has been pitching consistently. He has been the stopgap. And I've said it a million times, Prez, Toronto is a different team on the road than what they have been at the Rogers Center. The thing that worries me about Bieber is that you're talking about a guy that missed 3/4 of the season, hadn't pitched in almost 2 years, and now took the last 2 weeks off and has not thrown a ball. I think rust could be a problem. The metrics are already a little worrisome about the barrels and how hard guys have been hitting him. I think the Yankees in the first 5 with the home crowd is probably the best look here. I think Rodon will do more than enough to keep his team in the game. I'm on the Yankees in the first 5 in this one, Prez. I don't trust the bullpen, but first 5 should be a pretty good bet there.
Joe Raineri, we're not going to do the mailbag section today. We're going to move that to tomorrow. We'll do a long one then. Guys, put comments up, ask us questions, pick games you want us to talk about. We'll answer them all. Let's get into the NHL rundown. 2 minutes, every game on the board. Today will be easy as there's only 3. Man, there are going to be some games where I'm going to have to go bloody quick. Let's talk Chicago against Florida. Look, Florida's coming in, twice Stanley Cup champions, really good team. They've lost their star in Barkov, and Tkachuk is out. What does that mean to me? That means that this Florida team is going to focus on keeping goals out of the net. They're playing a Chicago Blackhawks team that last year absolutely struggled to score. I like the under 5.5 in this game, and I am treading carefully because if you go back and look, the first week of the NHL sees a lot of overs. It takes a while for the defense to find their systems. With that said, Florida is not going to put up more than 3. Chicago's not going to put up more than 2. We might lose on an empty net at worst case scenario. Otherwise, I think this game has sort of 2-1 with a 3-1 empty netter written all over it. I do lean on Florida, but the number is too big. Take under the total. New York Rangers playing Pittsburgh. I love this Rangers team this year. I think this team is coming in locked and loaded and ready to go. Sully is their coach. Their vibe is completely different. Last year was an anomaly. It was just a horrible season that they went over. Pittsburgh is a shell team. They're going to be the second worst team in hockey. Take the Rangers on the 3-way here at minus 130 to win in regulation. And the LA Kings are going to be an over team this year. You watch. We've all expected them to play under based on the last 20 years of their historical play. Not anymore. I like Colorado to go over. I like the Kings to go over. They're playing against each other, and they're playing early in the season. We're going to take the over. That's the NHL rundown. Joe, that's the show, bro. Great to do this with you, everybody. We will see you tomorrow on the best betting show ever. Like, subscribe, and comment. Joe, see you tomorrow, brother.
Push.